If it's Sunday, you know it must be Sunday dinner with Chef Joe. Hey everybody, and welcome to a freaking really cold weekend here in New England. I mean, it's as cold as the hair on a polar bear's ass. And I mean, seriously, it's cold here in New England. So I'm thinking, what do I want to do? I'm going to go in my freezer. So I go in my freezer and I'm like, hey, what do I got? I got tomatoes. So today I'm going to show you how to take tomatoes from the freezer and put it all the way into a sauce and then serve it all on the same day. You ready? Let's do it. All right. So I had these tomatoes and I started with I had a bag of about a pound and a half, 2 pounds of tomatoes. And I put them in a bowl. I took 2 cups, I took as much water as would cover the tomatoes. Hot water, I just tap water from the sink. You let it sit for 5 minutes. I've done a lot of these already. And then you can pop the skins right off, as you can see. The skins come right off. These tomatoes these are tomatoes that are left over from my garden from this summer, and so they've been sitting in my freezer since I think since September, like August, September. So anyways, as you can see, I'm pulling the skins off and then dropping them right back into the water. I got one more I'm going to do because I already did the other ones before the show started. All right. Ooh, that one's going to be a nice one. Look how nice and dark that one is. Ooh. Okay. So, we've got that done, right? See how easy that was? That was really easy. Now, let's make our sauce with it. So, I'm going to show you how to make a really nice, easy sauce. Starting off, I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Camera lady's all over my butt again today. All right, so here we go. I got 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Ooh, and that's a hot pot. And then we're going to add half of an onion diced. Half of an onion diced. Okay. I'm putting that in there. All right. Give that a quick stir. Then we're putting in some garlic. And this is 2 cloves of garlic diced. Okay. 2 cloves, garlic diced. All right. Now we want to start adding some of our aromatics to it. So that is all our herbs and spices. So I'm going to start off right now. This is a teaspoon of fresh thyme. Now, if you don't have any thyme, camera lady, you know what thyme? Oh, do you have any thyme? No, all right, I'm not going there. Anyways, fresh thyme. If you don't have any fresh thyme, use half of what you would normally use. So in other words, use a half a teaspoon of dry thyme. So this is fresh, so we're putting in a whole teaspoon. All right. Then I happen to have some fresh oregano, so we're going to put in a whole big teaspoon of fresh oregano. I love that smell. And then I have a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Add that into our little mix. I have 2 bay leaves. Now I like to keep the bay leaves whole like this because when you have to fish them out at the end. And so if you're whole, then you know for sure that it's done that. All right, so that's all done. Now we're going to add a little salt. So I have a teaspoon of salt. And now we want to deglaze our pan. So of course we're going to use some red wine. You can use any red wine you want. That was a half a cup of red wine. All right, and that's to deglaze our pan with. I don't think a tomato sauce shouldn't go without a little red wine in there, don't you? Now, red wine, you can use any red wine. You can use the one you're drinking, or you can go with we have 14 bottles laying around our house that have half half empty, quarter empty, 3/4 empty. Anyways, leave that. That's a great way of cooking with it. All right, we got all that done. Now we're going to take our tomatoes that are still frozen. That's okay. And we're going to put them all in to our mixture so far that we have. Okay. So we're putting all those in. And then I'm going to take a cup of that tomato water that we have. And as you can see, it's got a lot of stuff in it, which is good. So that's all pulp and flavor in there. And I'm adding that into our sauce. All right? Now, we bring it up to a boil. When it comes to a boil, we will then bring it down to a simmer, and you're going to let it sit for about an hour. All right? You're going to let it sit for about an hour. And it should reduce down and be tasty. And then in the end, you're just going to re-season it. Make sure that it's right salt mixture, pepper in there, whatever you need. And I used an immersion blender at the end. You don't have to. You can leave it chunky. But this is what it looks like. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. And so we have this beautiful sauce that we made before the show, right? So now we need to have dinner with it. So before we get done, I wanted to show you. So when you do your sauce, the one ingredient I didn't add was fresh basil. And the reason is you want to add your fresh basil to the end, at the end of the dish. So while this is nice and piping hot, I'm taking about a teaspoon of fresh basil, or 2, and adding that right into it. And that's going to really brighten it up with some fresh, really fresh basil-y taste. All right, so we got that done. Okay, now we're going to make some pasta. So, let me grab all this. So I had, before we get to the pasta, we need to talk about what's Joe drinking. Well, Joe, of course, is drinking wine. I mean, come on, guys. We're having pasta and sauce. But we're not having Italian wine. Nope, we're having California wine. I'm having this Red Dirt Red from this, where is it from again? Oh, it's from California, and it's from the Paso Robles area of California. And I really like it. I really like it a lot. It's got some spice to it, which I think is going to go great with our pasta dish today. So cheers for that. All right. Meanwhile, let's get to our pasta. So before the show, I made pasta. You know, by the way, you can always make pasta and then you can hold it in your refrigerator from whenever you want. You know, that's a chef trick that we do in restaurants. And then really all we do is we take like an order of pasta or two, right? You can this is hot boiling or almost like simmering water, but I'm actually using the same pasta water that I made this pasta in. So that's going to give it some nice flavor. All right, so what we're doing is we're just heating that up, right? Real quick, we're heating that up. And then we're going to just take our pasta right out. And as you can see, I got some pasta water going in there. You want a little pasta water with it. All right. Nice and easy. Beautiful. And then we're going to come over here. We've got our sauce. We're going to move this down to simmer now. And we're going to throw a little of our sauce into our pasta, because the pasta will soak up some of the sauce. So you always want to do that. You getting this, camera lady? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So we got a little sauce in there. Then we're going to take our dish. And we're going to have some nice pasta. Look at this. It's going to be a beautiful dinner. Just a little pasta and sauce. Joe just made a little mess on the plate. We can fix that. All right. We'll throw a little more sauce on top, because sauce is the king. All right, look at that. Let me clean this off a little bit. All right. And then I got some cheese. And then I even have a little more of that fresh basil that we can sprinkle around. And there's dinner tonight, everybody. Oh, sorry, Kimberly. There's dinner tonight, everybody. So, until next time, I hope you all stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Don't forget, you can always follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm at Chef Joe Louie at all of them, so just check it out. And until then, I'll see you next time on Sunday Dinner with Chef Joe. Bye.